Hey peeps, it's Tripl-L, and today I'm here to talk to you about the 7 Deadly Sins, chapter 181. Just gonna give you my thoughts and impressions, because this was a pretty nice chapter. It was actually a lot more revealing than I thought it would be. I missed last week's double chapter, and time just flew by, and I'm actually pretty happy I missed it, because by waiting it out, I was able to just collect myself more, get my opinions on what I wanted to talk about, because I did make a video speculating about Zeratis, and seeing the justification that we got in this chapter, I'm actually pretty happy with it. So let's just talk about this chapter, and let's just talk about how awesome the Zeratis is actually. So first off, he's back due to Maricilla, and he says that his biggest grudge is against himself. So that's really interesting. I didn't think that Maricilla would be the one that would actually draw him back, because I thought because we were dealing with judgment, because it was something based on people's grudges, you'd think he'd come back for Dreyfus. But I guess Zeratis really is such a good guy that he really didn't hold anything against Hendrickson and Dreyfus in the first place, which is good. It really tells a lot about his character, and we find out a lot about his character. He's so fun. I like how he's just such a wild personality. He's just kind of flying all over the place. He's just so fun to actually watch, have these cool interactions with Elizabeth, and it's funny to see Elizabeth actually justify, yeah, he's always been like this. So that's really neat. I'm actually very digging the character. He's cool. But yeah, let me collect myself. What was I gonna say about Zeratis coming back? Yeah, he's back due to Maricilla. I'm hopeful, because I think that means maybe, just maybe, Elaine is still around, because if this guy's able to fuel himself on his own self-hatred, I feel Elaine should be able to fuel herself in her attachment to Bond, right? That's totally reasonable, wouldn't you guys think? Frick, if he can do it, why can't Elaine? Elaine's pretty cool. But anyway, that's not the point. The interactions he had with Elizabeth in this chapter were very, very interesting, and one of the nice things I think we got out of this was Zeratis actually asking Elizabeth if she had gone to the capital of the dead to see if Meliodas was there. And that was interesting, because he, from the get-go, was already yelling at Meliodas, telling him to wake up. And I just want to put it out there. Elizabeth says she healed him, but I feel the only way a person's scars could actually heal is if there's still some kind of life present in their body. Otherwise, his body should just be a corpse. There's no reason his body should be hanging around if he doesn't have some kind of attachment to that body yet. So that's why I personally feel he's not going to die. He's not dead, and as we find out in this chapter, he probably really isn't dead. But let's just actually talk more about the Zeratis and Elizabeth sequences. Zeratis coming up with the idea that he wants to just talk to Meliodas, and his general behavior with Meliodas and just yelling at him while the guy's in the sleep of the dead or whatever. It's so interesting, and I'm just having so much fun with the character. I just really enjoy it. I'm reading it right now again, and it's hilarious. I really like him. He's so expressionate. But anyway, let's get serious. Just seeing him talk to Elizabeth in general about how they can go back and see through his memories, and then him also talking about how Meliodas was such an interesting guy that he kind of wishes he remembered everything that Meliodas says, because he makes the mention that Meliodas got drunk one time and talked about his death. So if Meliodas knew that he was gonna die by his brother's hands with all 7 of his hearts crushed, most likely Meliodas had some kind of plan for that, or some kind of procedure so that he could actually kind of stay alive somehow, right? That makes sense. It's Meliodas. He's pretty freaking badass. So we get to see Zeratis using his druid magic and setting up all the runes. I actually really like the art on the runes. I don't know, it was a very nicely done panel sequence. And then we end up going into the past, and Elizabeth does make note that this is druid magic, because this is the same kind of magic that Meliodas had performed on him in the village of the druids. But going back in the time where now in Meliodas' memories, where him and Zeratis first crossed along with the King of Lions, and it's actually, whoa, it's a very powerful moment, because we see Meliodas with Elizabeth, and that's on a whole different level. I didn't think he was so directly connected to Elizabeth. I always assumed, because of the Liz connection, that yeah, Elizabeth just happened to reincarnate into another baby. somewhere in the countryside. But seeing that it was actually Meliodas that probably picked up Elizabeth born from the corpse of Liz, and just he gave her off to the king. And that's a pretty interesting twist to the Elizabeth and Meliodas story. I'm very interested to see where we go from here, and I'm so interested to see Zarathustra just do more Zarathustra like things. Man, it's going to be so much fun. So now that we know who Zarathustra is, how he's back, and just how epic awesome he is, the question is, who's Gil Frost? What the heck's going on with Gil Frost? And speaking of the Gils, Zarathustra is also pointing out he's afraid of facing Gil Thunder, and I think that was a very adorable moment. Very adorable, and I think it really does show he doesn't know what to do. This is a situation that is pretty unprecedented for everyone involved, and just having Zarathustra back is great. Even if he died because he got hungry and because he just couldn't resist the call of a man and his hunger, you know, I can let that slide. I'm so happy he's back. It was just fun. It was just so much fun. And peeps, sorry I rambled a little bit on this video. I'm a bit tired, and I just kind of want to put this video out there and just have a nice fun night. Anyway, peeps, I really enjoyed this chapter. I think I really liked it. Zarathustra is definitely the selling point for me. So if you have anything to say, please leave it down below, comment. And if you're excited about this turnabout, if you're excited about seeing Meliodas' past, yeah, frick, mention it down below. Let's have fun. Anyway, peeps, till next time, have a good day.